forgot to pick up your trash?
That's FMS's job.
Actually, it's your job to clean up your personal trash.
Everyone else does it. Who cares if I do it as well?
Well, because it makes their job harder. Actually, it's not their job to clean up your trash.
I don't really care what the job is.
Well, let's hear some other people's opinions. Do you think that there is a trash issue on campus?
Yeah, absolutely. As an RA, I can say that, like, between rounds and just, like, hearing about issues on my floor from our FMS and, like, environmental technician, yeah, there's a trash problem.
Do you think it's individuals doing this or groups?
It's hard to say. I think, like, I would definitely not discount the possibility of group dynamics playing into it, because if you see, like, your friend doing it, that enables you to do it a little more, I think, potentially. So, yeah, I think people are kind of influencing each other.
What steps would you recommend to stop the messes from happening?
That's a really good question. I mean, to be honest, like, the threats of fines impact everyone really negatively. So I'm not a huge fan, but if it gets to a really dire point, then I understand. Also because FMS people deserve to be paid for the extra time that they spend cleaning up after things. Aside from that, like, I think just community accountability is really important. I think that maybe meeting as halls more often to discuss issues like that in, like, a respectful manner is important. I think one of the other biggest ones is that Goucher might not facilitate enough of a relationship between students and FMS workers. I think for a lot of students, you know, their environmental tech is just someone that they might see once every month, like, passing through the hallways, and they don't really think about that person. That this is their job, but it's not actually their job to clean up people's personal trash, though, is the thing, first of all.
Right.
And that not only, like, derails their actual capacity to perform the daily tasks that they are paid to do, so it's not something that they're compensated for, but also, like, they're a human being with a life who cleans up after their own stuff at home, and it really shouldn't be their job to be your personal maid. Yeah, and I think that if there were more opportunities for people to get to know their environmental techs and FMS workers on their floor and, like, have that exchange and, like, also know what they're responsible for, and that might help as well.
How likely are you to say something when you see trash or see someone, you know, leave?
Yeah. So it's hard, and I'm an RA, so it's, like, kind of my job to say something, but I still get anxious about it.
So I'm Gracie. I am on my third year being an RA at Goucher College.
Do you think trash is an issue on campus?
Yes.
Where do you see the most trash build up?
Common room trash cans. Like around the cafeteria. Like,
Yeah.
people don't know where the trash cans are, even though they're clearly labeled.
Yeah.
Also, like, the outside trash cans, sometimes, like, you'll see, like, people just piled on with trash.
Yeah. Do you think it's more upperclassmen or underclassmen or altogether?
Altogether.
Yeah.
Yeah, altogether.
Do you think it's more individual people or, like, groups?
I think it's honestly individual people who
Yeah.
create, because if there's some sort of event that creates some sort of trash, it usually it's managed rather well. But I feel like it's a lot of people who are like, oh my gosh, I don't want to go all the way to the trash room to throw out my pile of 3-week trash, and there's a trash can in the common room.
The worst areas you've seen?
The freshman village.
Why do you think there's so much trash?
Well, okay, I know, like, when I was an RA there was a lot of complaints about how the trash room was really far. And it's true, when you're, like, on the 4th floor, you have to go all the way to the 1st floor, and, like, let's say you're just, like, trying to throw out your trash, like, in the middle. You know, you don't want to go all the way downstairs. So I see, like, the convenience of, like, like a trash can that's nearby, and, like, oh my gosh, one piece of trash, nobody's gonna know that it's me. But, you know, after, like 60 residents say, like, oh my god, nobody's gonna know that it's me, or hey, there's other people who are doing it, I can do it too.
Exactly.
So that's probably why. And I feel like in the freshman village there's a lot of visitors as well, so it's just, like, a lot of people pass by. Another place where I see that a lot is Welsh, where it's just there's a lot of people that pass by, and so a lot of the sometimes when I see trash in the trash can, it doesn't necessarily have to be from my residence. It's from people just, again, passing by. So I feel like that's a lot of pass buyers can be issues as well. Yeah.
What steps do you recommend on making the messes stop happening?
I know, because there was a big issue with trash and cleanliness when I was in the on my hall specifically last year when I was in P-Cells, but a big thing that we did was I literally went around and introduced everybody, the environmental staff members. So I was just like, hey, like, if you make this mess, this is who has to clean it up. And, you know, just getting that visibility, being like, hey, like, they're not here to clean your mess up.
Yeah.
And also, you get fined if there's, like, lots of trash. And I think just, like, reiterating that, hey, if this continues, you're going to get fined.
Yeah.
So I think a scare tactic is always good,
Yeah.
you know, negative reinforcement. But I don't know what like long-term
we
steps,
spotted
but I
a
know short-term
mouse
steps
on
like
Fireside.
fining. You don't want to get fined.
Yeah.
Oh, we
secondly,
had one
just,
last
like,
year in Fireside
hey,
when I
like,
lived
Yeah,
here.
he's back.
Oh,
He's
okay.
moved
Okay.
back for the
People have to
winter. This
clean
is
up
like his
after us.
Florida home. You
Oh,
know?
that's nice.
Yeah, so it basically said, yes, there has been a mouse spotted. The rumors are correct. Please mind your garbage and your food. And followed up by saying the only rodent allowed in this building should be Maru, my emotional support rabbit.
Right.